Nico, before we get on to the 4 days of action, or 2 days as it was, what an incredible job the ground staff did for us to get us back out there today.
Well, we couldn't believe it. We turned up today and the job they've done. We left a couple of days ago and it was literally underwater. The deluge we had, how much we've had in pre-season already. For the guys to spike the ground a couple of times, to get all the covers off with the super sopper, to get everything off was amazing, and to get some cricket today was incredible. So just hats off to them. We wouldn't have done it without them.
As we mentioned, a rain-dominated fixture, but one that takes us back to the top of the table with those 12 points. Must be really pleased with the start of the season. Yeah,
under 2 days of cricket to get 12 points and really dominated the game from start to finish was really pleasing. So going back to back as well with big scores with our batsmen from Yorkshire game as well, which is really pleasing. The manner in which we got the runs again, there's a nice tempo to the game. We ran brilliantly. Delighted for Lewis Hill, career best from Lewis, the captain, leading from the front after Sol's terrific enterprise in 70 odd in the first innings that he plays so positively and got us off to a great start, got that ball soft and put the Derby bowlers under real pressure.
We'll talk through some of those batsmen individually in a moment, but just how difficult was it for both Ackers and Haley today to pick back up where they were? Obviously you come back after a lunch break or a tea break, it's really difficult, let alone a 2-day interval.
Yeah, definitely, 2 days. They both practiced well in the morning. They both got in the outdoor nets again, brilliant from Simon. Our head groundsman in the outdoor nets that he's got the nets in a great shape to practice again. So they had some great practice beforehand, got themselves ready, and it was really important this morning that we got some hundreds. You get that close, you've got to make sure you get over the line, and to get Lewis's big 150 plus, one of them had to do that, and today it was Lewis's turn, so delighted.
Obviously it hurt us a lot last year with a lot of starts, 20s, 30 odds, but no one really converting that. So it must be really pleasing for you to see the ruthlessness from the batsmen in the first 2 games here in making those into big scores. Yeah,
we talk about partnerships. Partnerships win matches. They take the game away from people, and Lewis and Ackers today, I can't remember how many it was in the end, 190, 185, 190 was outstanding, and that wins matches. And then followed up by Rehan as well, who came in with Lewis, had a nice little 55-60 partnership at a nice tempo as well. So really pleasing.
Sol Budinger got us off to that start with his career best 72. We know the way he plays and that he can really get us on the front from the off. How pleased have you been with him in the first few games?
Sol's been amazing. Not just the way he plays his game, but his attitude in the dressing room. So positive. He's a colourful character and he plays cricket the right way. Puts opposition under great pressure, takes pressure off Rishi, allows him just to play and get in any bad balls, and then know they're going to go disappear to the boundary. And he can hit their best ball for 4 or 6. And the way he plays and the way we want him to play is that. And at times he's going to get out occasionally. We think it might be a little bit softer, a little bit, why did he do that? But it's about being positive, and he's been outstanding for now.
And that was backed up by Lewis Hill as well, his career best. How well has he batted, today, and taking on the captaincy as well onto his shoulders?
Yeah, well, Lewis, we know what Lewis is capable of. He was very close to 1,000 runs previously, and now it's time to kick on again. And he's worked hard again in the winter, got his basics of his game working well, practicing and training well. He's had a really good winter, and now he's in a great place, as Colin Ackermann is. Come back home, much stiller at the crease, his head still, no pre-ball movement now, he's standing still, his hands are nice and close, technically he's in a really good place, and he's repeating so many great drives and back foot shots that the season bodes well for those two.
When we came out with the ball, obviously Derbyshire looking to get some quick runs, but Chris Wright really impressive today, 4 wickets for him. How important is he to the attack?
Yeah, well, he's the leader of the attack. He's a leader on and off the field, Chris, for us, and he's a guy that uphill today did a great job for us as well. The breeze was coming across the ground, and he tried up the hill. We've teased him a bit after the end of the game because he bowled so well down the hill normally, but today he bowled beautifully up it and kept the stumps in play, bowled straight, nipped it away and nipped it back in again. So really pleased that all his skill is coming together after a limited time in pre-season with the games that we've had washed out. For Wrighty to come back and hit his straps so well, we're really pleased.
Obviously it was a day that was largely focused on the bonus points for both sides in the end. There would have been a bit of debate amongst fans at the start of the day whether there would have been a dual declaration. What was your thought process coming into the day?
No, not at all, not in this game. After such a great start, we were 220, 230 for 2, dominating the game in a good place. This is a relayed wicket, and it was a really hard, fast, bouncy pitch. It was only going to get better and better as the game went on. The ball's only going to get softer because the outfield and it's still a little bit damp. So it was always going to be tough to take a lot of wickets on this surface. So really pleased that we maximised our points. We talked about it at the start of the game, making sure that they get these hundreds over the line, making sure that they get 450 maximum batting points now. And again, the last thing was to take, a maximum. If we could get 6 wickets, would have been a dream day, and today we've done that.
And obviously that leaves us now with a win and a draw to start the season. I'm sure you would have taken that easily 10 or so days ago.
Yeah, we didn't have the win last year that we wanted, and several wins that we wanted, but there's been growth. There's sometimes wins don't create growth, which I've said before. This team's growing. We've now got more experience in that middle order as well, and Sol at the top of the order, who plays a bit more positively. So we've got a nice blend, but it's exciting. Yeah, we're in a good place. We've just got to keep level and keep growing, keep getting better.
And now a good chance to prepare for Glamorgan here in 2 weeks or so. The chance to build that momentum. The confidence in the camp now that we can go with a little bit of a reset back into that game and take maximum points again. Yeah,
definitely. This break's come at a nice time. We haven't had this in the past. We've been back to back, which is tough physically and mentally. So now the guys have got a couple of days off, which is great. Get some time away, get some time off feet, get some massage, get in the swimming pool, get some good rehab on their bodies and their minds, and then we're going to go and support the second team lads on Thursday. We're going to have another practice session here Thursday and Friday. We've got a CEO's lunch in the afternoon, Friday afternoon, so we'll have a good session in the morning. Nice weekend break, come back in for a nice build up and 3 days on the bounce. Good hard practice before the Glamorgan game is a perfect run up for the game.